We didn't talk about in there was their greenhouse gas scenarios that were in there. That the fact that we didn't take action last year, the mere fact of waiting 1 year to start on the 80% below 2050 cost us $1 trillion. And that we're on that pace of raising the cost of climate mitigation at $1 trillion a year. And my guess is it's not linear. It probably goes up higher.
I think, what I took out from it was, yes, China is consuming a lot of energy. It's going to have more cars, et cetera, et cetera. But this is all an opportunity for the United States, for us to innovate in areas where we can then sell them carbon sequestration. We can sell them better solar panels. We can sell them anything.
But that message is not getting through.
But that message isn't getting through. Exactly. Well, I think we're just, the Chinese are coming, or the Chinese are taking it, and I think we should take it to flip it over and
say. It should be an opportunity.
It should be an opportunity. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're not addressing it that way.
And we're not addressing it that way.
It's almost impossible to see it as an opportunity from an environmental perspective.
No, I agree.
But it is potentially an economic opportunity, but it should be a call to action from an environmental perspective, because the carbon numbers that were in that report are just extremely sobering.
And on a more personal level, I imagine a lot of Chinese kids are going to start developing asthma, frankly.
They already are.
And they already are.
They already are. It's terrible.
These are the side effects that no one's talking about. When the Chinese kids in Beijing, Shanghai, and other cities start developing asthma.
The Chinese are taking aggressive actions. In many ways, Chinese are taking more aggressive actions than we are to address a lot of these issues, and at the same time they're taking more aggressive actions to be leaders in the solution providing industries, and because they've now overtaken us in wind. They've more wind installed, more wind development, more solar panel production, and these are all industries that we used to lead in that we don't anymore.
Yep, exactly. I mean, Frederick, Maryland, where I live, we shut down a solar power plant.
Yes.
We made panels there. We shut it down instead of pouring money into it and building it and expanding it. And it's unfortunate.
The Chinese competition is one of the reasons that happens.
Absolutely, Suntech, no, absolutely.
I don't think there's anything really that surprising in it. Obviously the Chinese and all your emerging markets are going to be using a lot more fossil fuels in coming years, as expected. That has environmental implications, absolutely. But as far as the markets are concerned, it means that they're going to be importing a lot more oil. They're going to be importing a lot more coal. It means higher oil prices. I think the IEA is being conservative in saying that oil prices are only going to rise. So I think their projection was about $120 a barrel by 2035. I think it's going to be a lot higher than that.
I would also maybe be a little more Machiavellian about China as well. I would say, you know what? If you buy oil and want to get into bed with China, fine, but think about good governance. At least there's an element of good governance and corporate governance that comes with investing with a Chevron, investing with a BP or Shell or some of the more European companies. The Chinese don't care about that. If I were the future government of Iran and I wake up one day, I'm saying, the Chinese, you're out of here because you sold batons to Revolutionary Guards to beat the crap out of the people. So no, I don't want China. And that'll be a wake-up call for the Africans and everybody else. China is only interested in China and taking the resource and running away. They're not interested in corporate governance and being a good corporate partner. And I think that's an opportunity for us and I don't hear we talking about that either.
Our history in that regard is not unblemished.
No, it's not. I agree. It's checkered past. No, I agree.
But the Chinese, they are moving forward, and they've cut deals with Iran, they've cut deals with Sudan, they're cutting deals in Brazil.
Precisely my point.
They're doing it.
Precisely my point. They're cutting deals with Iran, but they're clubbing the people at the same time, and that's why, ironically, in Iran, it's death to China, and it's not death to America anymore. It's China. China's the target. And I think, we should organize a nonprofit organization that's talking about what is the implication of, a country signing with China. Is it going to really be good for your country? And I think, that's a question that needs to be asked as well.
But they are willing to invest in places that American companies won't. I mean, back during the financial crisis, China stepped up with a $10 billion loan to Petrobras to make sure that they could continue drilling. So one advantage they have is that they're willing to do things that, that American companies can't or won't or politically are unable to do.
Politically unable to do, yes.
And they've got a heck of a lot of money to play with.
Absolutely.
That's true. We're financially bankrupt.
We are bankrupt.
We are bankrupt.
Yeah. And they're running a nice surplus.
Exactly.